Good morning everybody, welcome back to Phil on Gold. This morning I'm going to attempt to show you how a ring is made, a handmade ring out of silver from start to finish. It's quite a long process, so I'm going to be having to do it in several different stages. This is the stone I'm going to be setting, okay? It's called a Picasso Jasper. I'm going to make it go like that. It's going to be for a ring. It's a commission piece for a customer of mine who's English but lives in Holland with her lovely Dutch husband. Okay. Unfortunately, she is one. No, not unfortunately. Anyway, she's a subscriber to my YouTube channel, so she'll be seeing this before she knows the thing's ready. Anyway, whatever. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a pure silver, or we call it fine silver, bezel setting. I'm going to use this material, which is pure silver. You can buy it from the bullion dealers like this. It saves an awful lot of hassle rolling everything out. Okay, so what I have to do now is I have to form a shape roughly like that. I'm going to use my mandrel just to give me some kind of a form. Hope you can see this. Okay, I can't hold it up anymore because it won't work. Okay, so I'm going to fit that round there. Put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Hope you can see this. Okay, so what I would do there is the joint is right here on this line. So I take my scriber and I scribe a line down here very carefully. Okay, so that gives me an idea of where to cut. I take my straight bladed tin snips and I would cut through there. Okay, I've already done this process to save a bit of time. Okay, let me put my tools back, and what I've got is that. Okay, you can see the soldering joint there. It's a little bit messy, but I don't mind an excess of solder on here because it's got to go through several processes, and we'll use some of that up in actual fact. So now I have to make this fit perfectly, and I have tested it before. So just a little push and it sits in like that. Okay, I always take it out and turn it round through 180 and make sure it fits again and goes at least halfway through the setting, halfway up to here, so the bottom of the setting will be about there. Okay, you can see. So now what we need to do is we need to cut out a backing plate, and I'm going to use a piece of sheet silver. This is 0.35 of a mil. Okay, I don't want to use any more than is absolute necessary. So I'm going to, you can see it's got the protective covering on it. This is the way that it's sent from the bullion dealers nowadays. Okay, so I'm going to place that on there, and I'm going to scribe a line with my scriber through there and through there. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit big, but it certainly doesn't want to be too small. Okay, so I'll take my big dividers this time and scribe up some lines for me to cut to. Now I don't know if you can see on the camera, but the scribe line is there. Okay, that point there. So I'm opening my dividers to that point. Lots more yet. A bit more. I daren't go under the line, else I'm going to be in trouble. Right, okay, so I'll scribe a line across there. Not putting too many marks on the silver, of course, because every mark you put on you've got to get off. Okay, and the other line is here. Now I don't really know if these dividers will go up. Oh yeah, they will. And more, and more. Okay. Scribe a line down there. Okay, and I'm going to cut to that. How many minutes have we got, honey? Okay. Unfortunately, if you've seen some of my previous videos, you'll know that I can only film for 10 minutes, so I need to keep an eye on the time. Okay, and cut to the line that way, and cut away from the line this way. You'll see I'm a left-hander, but I'm having to use these right-handed. It's a bit weird for left-handers. I don't think they make left-handed shears. I've tried left-handed scissors and they're useless, absolutely useless. Just break that away from there. I don't want to get the piercing saw out. Okay, so we've got a piece like this. I'm now going to take the backing coat off. Sorry, I keep forgetting you can't see as much as I can. Right, just going to tap it a little bit on my swage block. You should all know what a swage block is, you don't need me to show you what that is. Okay, I need to make it sit perfectly flat, don't I? Because the bottom of the... throw that rubbish away. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this bezel setting, or what will be, on the file and just flatten it up a little bit so we get an absolutely perfect seal or join. Okay, turn it round. Always keep the item moving, okay? If not, you end up with ridges when you're filing or doing anything in that matter. It's not quite perfect yet. Just trying to keep everything in its place. Okay. And make sure this fits again. The worst thing is having, you know, soldering everything up and it doesn't fit the stone. Terrible. Okay. So that's going to go on there. I'm going to clean it all up and then I'll be back and show you the soldering technique for this. Okay, so this is part one of making a ring from scratch and we'll be back just in a few minutes. Cheers!